Welcome, acolytes. Today I am reacting to Rev Says the Sue. Deliverance director attacks me for defending his game after I was labeled woke. For F's sake, can I get one good effing message about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Not this freaking freaked up effing. Okay, I am fine. I am just fine. Let's just see what this is about. Because, by the way, I also got... because of my actual thinking, I also got told that I am woke. And for that I say, if you guys look at my other stuff, and then you can argue if I'm woke or not. Because I can guarantee you one thing. I don't like those people. And what I can guarantee you even more, I don't like that people behave like them, as you do. Look at the facts, not at your feelings. Let's just start.
Here. So today I'm going to be talking about a very bizarre situation involving Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and its creative director and lead writer, Daniel Vávra, who less than 2 weeks ago said it's a big mistake for AAA companies to respond negatively to YouTubers criticizing them. Well, unfortunately, he doesn't practice what he preaches because he has now gone after me, labeling me on social media as a grifter over a video I uploaded a few days ago about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where ironically enough, I spent most of the video defending him and his game that is mired in controversy over the past week or so.
By the way, I seen that. I didn't react to it, I just saw it. And for F's sake, I don't know how the fuck Daniel actually came to that conclusion.
So let's talk about Daniel Vávra for a second here. He is someone I've mentioned multiple times on the channel, and each time I've mentioned him, it's been in a very positive light because I believe he was and still is a target of cancel culture, a legitimate target of cancel culture, because when the first game came out, he was attacked by dozens of articles trying to label him and his team as a bunch of bigots and racists because he wanted to have a Bohemia setting that is historically accurate without forced diversity in it, which I thought was a very fair thing. So, when a few months ago, back in December, he made this tweet showing that his game from 7 years ago had more in-game players than Veilguard, despite only being out for a month, I said, take your victory lap. In fact, I said that in my video the other day. I said this was a moment he and his team deserved after being dragged through the mud for so many years, and he deserved to basically take a victory lap with this one. However, with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, there's been a lot of controversy, and a lot of that controversy I have criticized and dismissed as gigantic reaches. One of the first things that happened a few days ago was this tweet right here stated that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was banned in Saudi Arabia due to an unskippable gay scene in the story
It was a lie, by the way.
Now, of course, a lot of people started labeling it as woke as a result of this, and I criticized that. I said just because there is a gay romance scene in a game does not make the entire game woke, and you should probably just wait and cancel your pre-orders and see how this scene actually plays out, because we don't really have any context about what this whole thing was about, or if it was even true in the first place. Then, right around that time, more bad news happened because the community manager for PlayOn, the parent company of Warhorse, would release this code of conduct onto Steam, and it's basically just a bunch of woke nonsense trying to censor people, and that made a lot of people very angry.
And by the way, they shot in their own foot with this. Why? Why would you release this? I mean, a code of conduct isn't something new, and I understand if somebody wants some rules. But for fuck's sake, not like this. Word it differently.
Because they were basically seeing this community manager and thinking they represent Warhorse and Vávra, when in reality they represent the parent company, but a lot of people wanted answers of how Vávra and Warhorse feel about this sort of code of conduct being posted essentially on their behalf. Well, we would get some answers a few days ago from Vávra himself, where he more or less confirmed that there's going to be a gay romance sequence in the game, but he was pretty vague about a lot of these things, and that's really where we left off. That's what I made my video about a few days ago, and I really broke it down into two sections. The one section was talking about the controversies they were facing and how a lot of them were big reaches, and then the other half I spent launching what I believe is a fair criticism at Vávra and Warhorse, saying, hey, you need to address this community manager situation because a lot of people are essentially saying that you're cool with this when...
And by the way, he is correct about it. They need to address this because that's bollocks. That's, I think, bullshit acolytes, for fuck's sake. And this, I just don't understand the motivation behind it of actually attacking the people that defend you. Why? Why are you cannibalizing yourself? We got a group that did this and now they are freaking falling apart. Hinge, hinge, nudge, nudge. Which group do I mean? For fuck's sake, Daniel, stop it.
That would really upset a lot of players, and a lot of people were canceling pre-orders for that reason, as well as some of the controversies we just mentioned. Whether it was fair or unfair, people were definitely canceling their pre-orders as a result of all this drama
and it's
over
still
the
fair,
past
by the way.
week or so.
If you cancel because of this, it's fine.
Yesterday, we would get some confirmations from Vávra, who had made a 10-part thread talking about some of the controversy and dispelling some of the misinformation, where he said... There are no unskippable cutscenes in our game. Anybody who claims otherwise never played them. Also, we are not, nor ever were, banned in any country, at least not that we know of. And also, as much as I don't like forced diversity, nobody was forcing us to do anything, and we're not forcing anyone to do certain things. Then he says gay characters were already in the first game. And then going down here, there's also this part about this character Musa coming to Bohemia. Now, this was a point that I pretty much forgot to even mention in the previous video because I thought it was just such a reach. It really wasn't that important to me. But there was a screenshot of this character we now know as Musa, who a lot of people would then label as, you know, basically there's something woke going on here, forced diversity. A lot of people brought up this old response from Vávra where he said, please explain to me what's racist about telling the truth. There were no black people in medieval Bohemia, but in his own tweet and also in some leaks shared by Mark Kern here, this character is a foreigner who comes into Bohemia and is the only black character in the entire game.
Yes.
And apparently, according to this leaker that Grums is reporting about here, he's actually a very well-written character and one that is important to the story and also is treated very harshly by people around him because he is a black man in a Bohemia setting, which would be historically accurate.
Correctly. It's accurate. It's fine. Let the man in. Why? Because fuck it, it's accurate. Why would you have any problems with that? I don't understand it.
But he would end his thread, part 10, with this eyebrow-raising comment saying we don't want Kingdom Come Deliverance to be used as clickbait by people who didn't even play it yet. And of course, you know, there's not that many YouTube videos out there about this whole set of controversies, so I'm like, who's he talking about? Well, apparently he was talking about me, or at least a group of people, including myself, because earlier today, he made this call-out post with a screenshot of my video saying, another grifter. No, our pre-orders haven't dropped because of backlash. The sold/return copies ratio is the same as it was. What happened is that the preview hype was naturally waned, and 9 massively discounted games entered the chart. Monster Hunter is down as well. Now, there's a lot to unpack here. Number one, the word grifter continues to lose all meaning. There is nothing that proves I'm a grifter in this screenshot. It's just a ridiculous buzzword being misused once again.
Correctly.
On top of that, it becomes very clear he did not watch the video, because if he did, he would know I largely defended him. And also, my criticism, the main criticism I did launch, was about his silence on the community manager and the code of conduct, which ironically, he's silent on in this tweet. And I think because he...
Yes, which was fair. To be honest, it is fair.
Didn't watch the video, and because of the positioning of the screenshot, he is basing everything off of the title of my video, which apparently he has an issue with. And
okay. Walking in Deliverance 2, backlash result in mass per refunds developer loses trust. Walk Kingdom Come 2, backlash z powrotem, backlash to isn't a one-to-one comparison, I think. Backlash is oddana moc, hit back, I don't know. MS Predator, masowe predatorie, responses developer loses as... I think he misunderstood the title. Because if I explain it in my head what these words mean, it could be way more negative than it actually is.
I stand by the title. I think it was a fair and reasonable way to title this video based on what I had seen. At the beginning, woke. It's in quotes because other people were calling Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 woke based on several controversies. And I said, I think that's a bit of a reach. Anyone calling it woke is overreacting.
Yeah.
The part about losing trust, I mean, this whole call-out post is just further proof of that. But this whole mass pre-order refunds, right? I am not a developer. I am not someone who has the data to show, oh, pre-order numbers are up or down. I don't know. Vávra and his team, they know, but I can only base it off of my own observations. And in my video and from my other observations, from what I've seen on Steam, Twitter, and other social media platforms, I have seen a lot of people claiming they are canceling their pre-orders as a result of several different factors. In fact, because of this tweet and the series of tweets complaining about me, more people have canceled their pre-orders because they don't like what they're seeing here. And on top of that, we saw this proof that was posted right afterwards showing that it's number 10 in wish lists, which to me doesn't dispel that people are canceling pre-orders. Of course, the numbers for this game are going to be really good. A lot of people are really looking forward to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The pre-order numbers are going to be good, and the actual sales numbers will be good too. But that doesn't mean people aren't canceling and refunding their game. That doesn't disprove anything. It's just kind of like a false defense here that doesn't really disprove anything I'm saying. I'm just saying, based on my observations, a lot of people have claims that they're going to cancel their pre-orders.
And by the way, what a lot of people actually forget, or a lot of developers, you have the exact things in front of you. You know how many people pre-ordered or canceled the pre-order. We, as people, and I'm talking about me, you acolytes, Rev, we can just see the things that we have here. And from what I've seen, that they lost pre-orders is true. Because we have this data. So yes, from a liar, so someone that actually doesn't work at your station, from somebody out of the way, it looks like you lost pre-orders.
I don't think that was an insane thing for me to say. On top of that, I find it very ironic that Vávra, in the same hour he tweeted about me, posted this video, and then someone in the replies made an assumption based on the video without watching it, and he says, I haven't watched the video. So he's scolding someone else for making assumptions about a video without watching it, but then did the same thing to me just within an hour of making this post right here. Very ironic, but then he would respond. So I basically say this again, that I'm not a grifter, and I also mentioned directly the community manager and the code of conduct and how Vávra and his team have not addressed it. And he responds by not addressing it and says, well, sorry, but maybe don't use titles with phrases like massive exodus to avoid confusion, which I don't know if this is like a language barrier thing. English is not his first language, but in my title, I never use the phrase massive exodus. I just said mass refunds because from what I've seen, a lot of people were canceling.
And he is correct about that. Rev is correct about everything he said now, including the language barrier. Because the words that he used, that Rev used, can be interpreted in the Polish language to a certain degree. But they have a bit of a harder meaning than in English. And I speak 3 languages. And most of the time, people get confused by the meaning of the word. Why is this word harsher in Polish than in German than in English? Why is it worse for a Polish guy than for an English or a German? Let's just say somebody insults my family. Well, in Germany, not a big problem. In Poland, you probably get fucked up. So the words that Ref actually used may be confusing or just are way harsher in the Polish language than he actually intended it to be. But I have to say that Vávra, didn't answer his question. Daniel here was a dick. Why was he a dick? Instead of actually going in and freaking going in the question and answering the question, he just attacked a strawman. A lot of people do that. Don't argue against a strawman that you invented. Argue against the freaking thing. Against the freaking comment. Against the freaking answer. Against the freaking video that you didn't watch.
They're pre-orders. But there's some more irony to this I pointed out at the beginning of the video. Less than 2 weeks ago, we had this article from Fandom Pulse saying, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 developer Daniel Vávra claims big studios are terrified of YouTubers like Critical Drinker and Asmongold. And later in the article, you can see the comments here. From there, Vávra shared his own criticisms of AAA studios and how they react to the criticisms by Asmongold, Critical Drinker, and others. And it's unsustainable how these corporations do it, considering that they've now made games that nobody wanted. And they even said it when those games started complaining that they didn't like it and they didn't want that kind of game.
Correctly.
And the developers started telling them that they were stupid and that it wasn't a game for them, which is completely bizarre that you're insulting your own customers. Yeah, in this case, I can't speak for all the people canceling their pre-orders or claiming to, but I can speak for myself. Yeah, I was going to be a customer of this game. I am no longer. I mean,
understandable. You may disagree with me, but no, it's fucking understandable. Yes, and just because somebody that doesn't know, that cannot go around social media or that getting butthurt, goes around. Now other people have to suffer for it. Just fucking stop it. Don't behave like woke people. We're getting out of this shit. The pendulum is swinging on the other side. Don't start freaking behaving like those fuckers again. Because the pendulum can, exactly the same way that it swings to the other side, get back extremely quickly back to the freaking woke stuff. And it will just change names. But it will be the same shit.
I mean, who would put up with that? No self-respecting person would have the creative director of a game insult you on social media and miscategorize your own content and then go around and give them money to go buy the game. I'm not even mad in this situation. I'm just disappointed because I was looking forward to playing this game, and it was something that I was trying to defend from unfair criticism. It was something that looks like a really appealing game, and I was looking forward to playing it, and now there's no shot. No way I'm going to support something like that after everything that's transpired. And with this sort of situation, these spurgouts on social media that we've seen from other directors, a lot of people care about these things. Of course, there's some people out there, it'll make no difference. They're going to pre-order the game and play it regardless of what anyone on the team says. But there's definitely people, based on my own experience, who do care about these things. They see these spurgouts on social media and they go, I don't really know if I want to support this sort of a person who acts this way towards their customers. Or at the very least, they say, the way they're acting on social media makes me question the quality of the content they're producing.
Correctly. And after this, I am one of those. I'm gonna cancel my pre-order and just hope that the game is just good. I just hope for it.
But overall, you can pre-order this game. You can buy it. I have absolutely no judgment for you on this. But I'm just speaking for myself and going through this experience. It's been a very bizarre one and one that was very unfortunate and unnecessary, and a overreaction to a video that was largely supporting Vávra and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and now we end up in this situation. Just like with the woke devs who break down, attack people over criticism. I mean, we're seeing kind of the flip side of that, and it's unfortunate to see. And like I said, a lot of people do care about having these things reported to them, and that's what I did today with this video. But for now, that's going to do it. As always, feel free to share.
Yeah, and the thing is, I even understand that the guy is pissed right now. Because he probably gets attacked from all sides. From the woke people, from his fans, from people that just wanna stir up shit. I understand it. But still, for fuck's sake, if you cannot handle the arena, don't go in the arena. Simple as that. By the three unholy gods, this is. Acolytes, tell me if I'm overreacting on this, but at the end of the day, for fuck's sake, honestly, why is the guy behaving like a woke person? I just don't get it. I just stop it. Say you're sorry. Go take a chill pill for a week. Do not enter the social media arena and just say, okay, you fucked up. Then, for fuck's sake. But as it is, acolytes, good night.